Well, I will tell you a little bit about my bigger picture needs here. All I really need is a few LED light bulbs at night and internet, which means a laptop and my internet dish. I do want to get Starlink because my internet goes in and out all the time, and so I don't have a way to work online. That's why I'm out of money. But I have bigger goals. And so even though I've been very proud of living on a tiny little electrical system, I'm very into conservation and having people use less resources. I want to have more people here. And so I want to have a production studio. I want to have people be able to charge their batteries, people to be able to get online, all these other things. You know, I want Starlink. And so I need a pretty big system. And I don't want to get too small a one. And I can run that power out to other buildings and stuff. And I can charge little power boxes so people can camp out more comfortably. I can do a lot of things. So that's why I'm picturing getting a much bigger system. I've got a roof up here we're coming up on. I've already cut down oak trees. Don't worry, they didn't die. They grow right back. They just sprout out pieces that I can sculpt. And so I've got a spot up here. This is also where internet is currently, although Starlink can be placed almost anywhere. So I'm thinking to put in a big system here. And the sizing on that, I know a lot of people look at what their needs are and then they size it according to that. I don't know what my needs are. I know I'm going to need a lot. So here's the deal. Here's the building. I think it's about 19 by 14 feet of roof space, and I want to fill it with panels. And I don't have to buy enough batteries to handle all of that, but I probably do have to get an inverter or more than one. I don't know how that works. So from this corner to this corner goes to the top of here. And this is south facing, okay? And then this wall over here shows you how wide the building is. And that's pretty similar. What did I say, 19 by 14 feet? Don't trust me. But a lot of panels could fit up there, and I want to fill it. I want to fill it with panels. It's a pretty sturdy building. I'd be putting the batteries inside, so I'm concerned about off-gassing. Or I would be building a new building on the side of it to hold the batteries. That's okay too. But I want it to be easily accessible. I'm done with this climbing up ladder shit. It's very annoying. Type of batteries are very interesting to me. There's iron batteries. A friend of mine just ordered some from China. They're going to take like a couple months to get here, or a month or something. And those last for like 30 years. All you have to do is add some demineralized or distilled water to them every month. But they take a lot of abuse. And so batteries are an issue. Now, my bigger solution in terms of solar power is don't use as much at night. And that's okay. And that means I might, on this system, have more power in this building. And I might take the cable that runs from the lodge down there where we were before. It runs 200 meters up to this building. I might disconnect that and reverse it so that this building and that building are powered off of these panels. Now, of course, you convert it to 120 before you run it over the cable. I didn't show you the charge controller. It's a Xantrex C30 charge controller that's in the building at the lodge on the other system. Sorry. But the point is that if my bigger system is up here, then I reverse it, I run it down there, I leave my existing system as it is, don't change a thing, maybe toss that 100 watt panel on there for fun, but that becomes a tiny backup system. And maybe put that cable even on switches so I could reverse its direction. That sounds like a problem just waiting to happen. But that way I could have some backup. Because right now, when things get messed up, and they do, then I'm just offline. And that's a huge sin for what I'm trying to do. I can't go offline. Especially if I have other people here and they're broadcasting. I have got to have redundancy in my systems. This particular system would have buried cables powering a building over there. It would have a buried cable powering 2 buildings over there. And there's another half-finished building over there. I have potentially a lot of energy needs, and so this would be my first experiment in putting in a bigger system, or what people in the city would call a normal system. Now, of course, they're grid tied, so they don't have to worry about the batteries. The batteries are something that bother me a lot, and so I want to select them for if they're going to off-gas, take care of that. I know the iron batteries do off-gas hydrogen, actually, and I have fantasies about putting them in a room where all the hydrogen goes to the top, and then there's a tube that comes out, and then it stores it, and occasionally it opens up a little valve and has a spark, and there's a little, and only does this at night. It's on a timer, right? And then there's this sudden little hydrogen thing that goes, as long as it doesn't then go back through the tube down into the building and catch all the hydrogen in the battery room on fire. Anyway, I got a lot of crazy ideas, but I need really simple solutions right now. I actually had a Jackery type box, I think it was EcoFlow box, here for a while. My 340 watt system couldn't charge that. It would take all day to charge it, barely. So a big system like this could also power smaller remote battery banks that people could use to power their phone or have light at night when they're camping out somewhere. That's my situation. Any questions, that's fine, I'm up for it, but it's hard for me to talk about these things because people use terms I don't know. You know, I got this system in 2006 after living in the dark for 2 years. So I'm thrilled with having any electricity at all. So there's your 2 stages, is just, well, give me a little more power. And then the internet problem is a Starlink problem I got to solve separately. Thank you for any commentary, and I hope these couple videos, I'll put links to each one to the other one. I hope these couple videos help you to understand where I'm at and answer the questions that I don't know how to answer. But yeah, crazy solutions I might not be into. Maybe I am. I don't know. Goodbye and thanks.